Are you going to sleep out here, Reverend Rice? Let me see you put them where your family live.
So what would you do if a homeless encampment popped up in your neighborhood? Today, Reverend Larry Rice set up a new tent city in South St. Louis, infuriating neighbors.
Maggie Crane was on the scene when the city showed up and did as it said it would, move them out. Maggie.
Larry, the city wants to help the homeless, but not like this. 4 people were arrested tonight and charged with occupying a condemned premise. That's the city's way of getting them out of tents and into shelters. Now, you're not going to believe this. I found out that Reverend Rice actually brought several homeless men and women with him from his shelter downtown to live in the encampment that he had set up here today. Unfortunately, tonight, several are right back where they started.
You're standing on private property. You are trespassing.
Reverend Larry Rice leased land for just $1 a year along Interstate 44 in Vandeventer to erect a new homeless encampment, much to neighbors' dismay.
This is not adequate housing for these people.
Reverend Rice decided jail was the best way to help the homeless tonight.
I grieve over the fact they lost it and only had it for a day, their own place.
Just hours after Integrity Village sprang up, the city came to condemn it.
What happened on the North Riverfront was a textbook example of all that's wrong with this. It's not safe, it's unlawful, it's unhealthy, and we weren't going to recreate it here.
Reverend Rice argues tent cities are good for the homeless.
This way, I have a place to stay.
Neighbors were livid the Reverend was setting up shop in their backyard despite several warnings from the city.
I'm so pissed off, I can't even see straight.
He's using these people as a pawn. I mean, he's using them as like their objects, and they're the ones that are going to get hurt in the end.
Or arrested. 3 people were hauled off to jail with Reverend Rice. Police gave them a 2-hour warning to get out or get locked up. Seems like you're kind of thumbing your nose at the city.
No, not really. I understand the city and there's frustrations. I think what I need to do is also address the issues in the county and over in Illinois. And, you know, we may have to do this in St. Louis County. We may have to do this in Illinois.
But if they come back here, the city vows to arrest them again. In South St. Louis, Maggie Crane, News 4.